Welcome everyone to the LeverX IQ RD webinar. We'll give everyone another minute or so to join. All right, let's get started. Thank you everyone for joining and welcome. Just a heads up, this webinar is being recorded, so anyone who is not comfortable with this, please feel free to drop off now. Also, your microphones will be muted throughout the webinar, so please feel free to type any questions in the chat or questions box. Now I'm going to hand it over to Pete to get us started.
Thanks, Michaela. Hi, I'm Pete Demchenko, Director of Sales and Strategic Accounts for LeverX. So welcome. Thank you for joining us here on the LeverX IQ Publisher webinar. I'll be doing most of the front end presentation, and then Dave Cramp, my colleague, will be doing the demo. So enjoy this. This is another LeverX solution to help customers take advantage of their investments in SAP. The agenda for today, IQ Publisher overview, and then we'll get into a demo. If you have any questions, like Michaela said, please enter them into chat or the question box. A little bit on LeverX, just to get started. We were founded in 2003 by our CEO, Victor Lazinski, who was an ex-SAP VP, who hired both Dave and I when we were at SAP. So LeverX is located in 4 different locations. Headquarters is in Mountain View, California. Our development center for the US is in Troy, Michigan. We have a sales and consulting office in King of Prussia in Pennsylvania, and also a very large development center that does mostly work for SAP AG in Minsk in Belarus. We're currently 700 plus employees, so the company is growing very quickly. And our business is to leverage SAP solutions and help customers increase their value in their investments in SAP. LeverX, you guys probably know us as being the PLM company. We do a lot of PLM projects, and that was the focus of LeverX for a long, long time. But we do much more than PLM. We do supply chain work, lots of work in the helping customers in the supply chain area, because that's becoming a critical business for many, many customers. Also, we're in the SAP Cloud solutions with HANA Cloud Platform, Hybris, SuccessFactors, Ariba, as well as custom development. So machine learning, IoT, extensions into non-SAP solutions as well, being integrate different solutions into your SAP solution. And then also now integrations to Qualtrics and Celonis. So we're in the big data area of SAP as well to help you leverage the data that you've collected over these years to help you make better decisions based on quality data. What is IQ Publisher? Basically, IQ Publisher is a tool to enhance your SAP IPD experience. SAP has a product called Intelligent Product Design, which is a cloud-based collaborative solution that you're going to be hearing much more about soon. And that's sort of like the new C folder. So it's a way to be able to share documents with other customers and suppliers and people that are in your supply chain and community. And why did they develop IPD? Well, basically for data collaboration. Be able to share designs with partners, technicians, suppliers, manufacturers, and customers. Also, SAP needed a very intuitive tool. So Publisher is built to integrate with a very intuitive tool, because we have a very intuitive add-on for that. Supply chains are being impacted quite a bit now with a lot of the changes from the COVID experience and the things that we're going through. Companies have to quickly be able to look at their supply chain and reorganize how they're getting their parts to keep their businesses going. And these tools have to be flexible and very intuitive, very easy to use. And the more you share data and the more you work without suppliers, the more you need to have an audit trail to track what was done. Who has what, make sure they got it. If they didn't get it, you need to know, those kind of things. And then also dealing with regulatory data. A lot of customers have to deal with rules and regulations that are imposed on them by the government. So IPD and IQ Publisher will help you in those challenges as you're dealing with government regulations. What's the solution? IQ Publisher, basically it's a quick way to be able to select and share documents into SAP's IPD. It also gives you the capability to create folder structures. You can easily adjust those folder structures. You can also select more than just documents by using BOMs, engineering records, change masters, materials. You can filter these documents based on different statuses and types and applications. You can, we support MPNs, as well as we have the capability to download locally, so you can do the processing on the power of your PC and then send it back up to IPD to share. And there's intelligence built in, like the capability to zip this information when you upload it and download. And of course, there's that audit trail that we talked about that makes sure that everybody is aware and there's a history of what was done. And some of the benefits of using IQ Publisher, it's very intuitive tool that can share and track data for both your customers and your suppliers. So you can use it in your whole concurrent engineering process. It is an intuitive tool to support collaboration from your product development process all the way out to discontinuance of the parts in the field. It retains a complete history of what was shared, and also it's IPD, which is going to become the future platform for collaboration to replace C folders, and IPS is, or IQ Publisher gives you the capability to easily interact with IPD and make it much more automated and intuitive. Here's the contact information for us. You can see Dave's up on top. He's going to be the demo guy for you after this, after I get done. Eric, our VP of delivery, myself, and Christoph Fischer, who joined us from Cidion. So we have a great team focused on all these different solutions, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy them. So Dave, I'm going to hand this over to you.
Thanks, Pete. We're now going to go look at a product that we're working on, wish to collaborate with. So here in this demo, we're going to look at this RX 5000. This is the material master for the industrial robot. You can see there's a number of documents that are linked to it. We're looking in the LeverX IQ Product Work Center screen, which I'll tell you a little bit about this. So you can see a material master by this little block and pieces of paper designate these are document info records. Let's come out here and explore details, and the system loads the central screen with information about this RX 5000. Okay, here we can see some basic data 1, basic data 2, SAP information on it. We can see, the other material master information like rev level, any classifications, change masters, documents, any linked documents. We kind of saw some of those in the prior find screen, and bombs. We'll go down the bomb window, and we can see there's a number of bombs. No plant bomb, and then bombs built in 1, 2, 5, 7, and 1000, and they're all production bombs. If we wanted to see more information about these bombs, we could actually explode the bomb here and see information about any of the children that are in the bomb. And we see it's also showing an indented capability and your ability to open up the bomb below it or the material master below it. So different ways of working with this, but we're more interested right now in the documents. And we can see in the documents, we have a couple ways of looking at documents here. Current released version. This is the latest, but it's saying something is newer here. So if I go like all versions, we can see, this 236 version 1 is in work. And this is the document we wish to collaborate with. So this 236 document is what we want to look at. We could actually go look at more detail in the IQ DMS, another LeverX IQ product. So we're talking about 3 products, the IQ Work Center, IQ DMS, Document Management View, and the IQ Publisher. So what we really want to do now is publish from the IQ Publisher. So let me go up to the IQ Publisher. So here, here you can see the Here you can see the IQ Publisher, and you can look up information in a number of different ways and find the linked documents that you have. Here you can see you can do it by a bill of material. You can put material, bomb usage, plant, bomb application, change number, validity date, revision level, etc., multi-level bomb explosion. So how you can have documents here linked to that you'd share. You can also include MPMs, include documents linked to material bombs as part of that, link to a material master, link to an engineering record or change master. So these technical change packages where you can have a number of different documents linked there as well. But we're just going to do a simple lookup on a document here, that 236. And let's put in some information. And let's say we want to have an exploded bomb structure. And if we want to have a particular filter on that scope, if I wanted to winnow down exactly what I want to look for, I can scope output here. But we're just going to grab everything. So let's take a look and hit continue. And here let's expand all. So here we can see that this document has all of these files. Here's DIR 236 version 1 with 3 files associated to it. A CAD assembly, a 2D JPEG, a 3D visual SAP Visual Enterprise VDS file. Some below that we have JT files, which is similar to a VDS file, but it's a old format, lightweight representation, not the new modern format of the VDS. Once again, the PRT, which is a singular piece part, not an assembly, and a JPEG. So over here, we can say, how do we want to export this? So what you can do is we can create a folder. System's going to ask us what we want to have a folder for. IQ, webinar, and let's go V2. All right. So now we can see we've created this V2 folder. And I'm going to simply take and drag and drop everything over here. So this is going to take this whole structure. I could have grabbed pieces of this as I wanted and put it over, but I'm going to grab the whole thing. And so now you can see, if I want to expand that, I can quickly expand that and see all this information here. So pretty much mirrored this over into this folder, IQ Pub Webinar V2. Let me just go over here and just show you this real quick. Notice upload and download. So I'm going to talk a little bit about this after I upload this. So I'm going to hit upload. System's going to ask me for a login, and I'm going to log in, and then the system will start the transfer. And then we're going to talk a little bit about downloading and other ways of sharing information on an upload. Okay, so here I'm going to publish it to the IQ Publisher webinar, and I'm going to hit OK. So now you can see the system is starting the transfer process. So now it's going to transfer, and it's going to transfer into this IQ Publisher webinar, and we'll have this V2 folder within that subfolder there. Notice that there was also, when I had there was a download on the publish. And so what that is telling you is you can download a zip file of this to your local drive or to a shared directory, etc., within your enterprise. So you can actually work on it locally. You can also use this to publish to other CM systems. Obviously, SAP's IPD is the first and foremost we call in mind, and the integration's already established here. But if you wanted to, you can also publish to other CMs that are out there. And everybody knows the names: SharePoints, Documentum, FileNets, Google Drive, Dropbox, Box, whatever you might be using. You have the ability to work with those. Obviously, there's all the development and integration on the IPD, and our first method would be to use the IPD first and foremost. So let the system finish here and work on publish this, and when it gets done, we'll get a pop-up message in the lower corner saying it's completed and we've done our export. So it'll take another second here. Okay, that happened pretty quick. And so down here in the lower left corner, you can see folder structure has been created, and we placed this into an export_4 folder as a receiving folder in the SAP Intelligent Product Design Cloud. Let me close this. And to navigate there, I'm just going to simply come back into my PLM window, scroll down here to my SAP Intelligent Product Design application logon window, or logon tile, and let me click that. Okay, and now the system will open up the IPD. All right, I've now logged in and opened up the SAP IPD window, and here you can see I have a number of standard folders that I'm sharing. I have a default one, a couple share ones, and as I said earlier when I was publishing, so I was going to put it into the IQ Publisher webinar overall folder. I'm going to open that up. System navigates to that. I'm going to go to Shared Documents, and it said it was going to put in Export 4. So if I expand that, I can see here's my webinar V2, and some subfolders here. And the way the system does it creates a folder for all the individual piece parts or subassemblies that were in that overall uh, collaboration package we pushed over, except for at the top end. And here you can see we have an .asm, a JPEG, and a VDS for the overall top level assembly. We can view these by clicking on them, and here you see the 2D JPEG. I can scroll over, and the system is going to load up the VDS file here. So now we have that. So we can scroll back and forth and get a preview here quite easily within the tool. We can also see down here we can download this to your local drive. So your outside vendor, partner, supplier, customer can actually then pull this down, maybe do some work with it like the ASM file. Okay, so let me close this. We go back here, and what else we can see here is we have the capability of looking at other shared data, the design models. Here's just the actual that pile of individual original files that were in those DIRs that we saw over in the IQ Publisher, and they're also in the shared documents, but they're subfoldered here. So here's just that list of those in a file listing. We can see any comments that are added, post comments here. Right, so I can put that information in, and post that. Get a date time stamp, who did it, what, who and what, where, when they did that. So you have a log file here, obviously, and then you can see participants. You can easily, contact other people, invite a participant. You can add additional ones by hitting the add button. You'd have this information here. But really, the idea was to be able to take a quick look at the LeverX IQ Publisher, how you can grab different pieces of information, populate it out to the SAP Intelligent Product Design Cloud application, and go work with that and share that. So with that, I'm going to stop the demo, and we're going to send it back to Michaela and Pete and we'll be able to answer any questions. So with that, I'm going to stop the demo and move it back over. Okay, Michaela, Pete, can you, do we have any questions that we need to work with? And if so, let's answer those questions. And the people are online, if you have questions, please just put it into the chat or the questions part of your sidebar panel in the GoToWebinar.
Okay, we do have 2 questions. Are you able to see them, Dave?
My screen won't let me open up that part of it. Let me look at the chat because I'm not seeing anything. That's chat private. Yeah, no, the questions, it's like I just see something, it's not opening up, and I
Okay,
can't draw open. If you read it out loud, we can talk to it.
yeah, that's fine. 1 second. All right, so the first one is, can IQ be integrated into ECTR? Possibly right-click on a document or material in ECTR and view or change it in IQ, or an IQ window in ECTR. Not sure what would be best.
Yeah, so there's already IPD built into there, and to add this window in would be a matter of I don't think we've done it yet, but that's something that is on the roadmap for the IQ Publisher. So the short answer is that yes. So if we want to have further discussion, please reach out to Pete, myself, Michaela after this, and we can schedule a one-on-one meeting for that.
All right. Next question. Does the collaboration need to be created in IPD first, or will IQ Publisher create it for you?
Okay, could you repeat that for me one more time, please?
Does the collaboration need to be created in IPD first, or will IQ Publisher create it for you?
My hair. I'm looking at my hair in my screen. Yeah. So what I did is I created it in IQ Publisher, and then it'll create a new receiving folder inside of IPD. So that if you notice on that successful, I created it in IPD message that it flashed on in IQ Publisher, it said it created export 01 folder, and it put the what I called my folder, which was the IQ webinar demo folder in there. So that's how it will show up. So as I say, I'll get a good video of this and drop it into what we have gone through here before. Okay, I hope that answers that question. And the other thing, just real quick, we will also take all these questions, put it into PowerPoint format, and put answers to them as well, just so you don't have to necessarily go to the video to see it. We'll also have these physically answered textually in the deck that Pete had presented earlier.
All right. Next question, is IQ Publisher a separate product, or is it part of IQ itself?
Yeah, so that's a great question. And IQ, we have what is called the IQ suite, and the IQ suite is a loose family of products that LeverX has developed and is delivering to the market to make SAP easier and quicker and more intuitive to use. And you can purchase those a la carte. In other words, IQ Publisher, or like you can get the whole family, which would include IQ PWC, which was that first screen I showed, IQ DMS, IQ Discussion, IQ Launch, etc. So there's different ways of packaging these applications, and so we can go piece part, talking to the CAD people, CAD world, or we can go with the family.
All right, awesome. And the last question we have is IPD a solution meant for SAP users or also non-SAP users?
Yeah, it's a great question, and pretty much you have to be an SAP user internally to publish out. Externally, I'm not off the top of my head if a IPD person, I think an IPD person that's like a partner of ours would just have to have access, but I'm not sure on the licensing aspects of that. We'll get that, and we'll answer that 100% for sure in the written answers and the PowerPoint that we deliver.
All right. If anyone else has any other questions, feel free to put them in the question or the chat box.
And Pete, were you able to get that slide added about next week's webinar?
I got the page up, so
okay.
make sure
can you just present that real quick?
Yeah, Michaela, I guess I need to be presenter. Yep. Let me see.
There you go.
I think, okay, yeah, there we go. Okay, perfect. Okay, so join us next Thursday, June 25th, 11 a.m. to 11:30, same time, Eastern Daylight Time. And this is the RD content for food and beverage industries. It's another LeverX IQ product built around content for you R&D users, recipe development. Dave, if you have anything you want to add?
Yeah, this is a package, a content package that we've developed for anybody that is using RD, recipe development, SAP PLM, or is a new customer to it. That will provide you a basis of content that you can use for all of the nutritionals, allergens, etc. Basis objects inside the SAP specification and its property tree. 5 languages are being delivered, and it's a new product. And so if you're interested in that, please join Natalia and myself next week at the same time, and we'll show you. We'll have a quick overview of this new. It's a new rollout, just like IQ Publisher. IQ RD content is another new application in our IQ suite of applications.
Yep. IQ products are there to help you make SAP more intuitive, work much easier, and help you work smarter. Because it's all about saving time and doing more with the people that you have. So that's our mission. And again, want to thank you all for joining us. sorry about the demo issues, but like Dave says, he'll get that corrected and we'll be able to add it on to the video, and then be looking out for the deck that Michaela is going to send out to you. And thank you very much for attending.
All right. Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Everyone.
Bye-bye.